What is going on, guys? My name is Jericho, and welcome to Destiny 2 PC. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I've been waiting for this since before they announced it. I've been waiting for this when Destiny 1 was announced. I was like, please come to the pistis. And we finally got it. Now, first things first, there are quite a few differences that have been made since the beta went live for PS4. There's obviously some huge differences with the way PC plays comparative to PS4. And I want to talk about the generals as well as my likes and dislikes for the game. So let's get started with everybody's changes. They did change the way supers charge, which is nice. Before, you were really getting supers one time a game. Like, without question, it was by the end of the game, everybody would kind of get them at the same time. They changed it so it is a little bit easier to earn your super. I've had I'd say like 3 games since the beta came out on PC where I've just gone off and I've gotten 2 supers, albeit it was towards the end of the game for the second one. But for the most part, it does seem like everybody is earning their supers around the same amount of time. I'm still not sure if I like that change. I know that it's kind of a pain in the ass to have supers all over the place, but I don't like how the game doesn't really get impacted by them until so late that maybe the game has already been decided versus having it as a game changer. But that's just a general design change that I liked, where they allowed us to get them more than once per game if you are doing really well. They also added this map. This is new content, which is lovely. All the maps that we played on are relatively small. I didn't find a reason to use an AR on this map, but that's just me, and I'm getting more into that as we go. Aside from that, the only other change I can think of is the grenades do feel a little bit stronger. I don't think there's any other major changes, but this game feels outstanding. It feels so much better than I thought it would, and so much better than I hoped it would. Those are pretty high, lofty expectations. They built this game from the ground up. It is not a port. It does not feel like a port. It feels like a game that was created for PC. And the first and most obvious change that you guys are going to notice is my FOV. I cranked that bitch to 105, all right? The higher the FOV, the more advantage you get because you're able to see more of the screen. There's a large amount of people that are used to around 90 FOV, and that's fine. You default at 85, and even that looks pretty good. But, I mean, I just can't get over the fact that this game feels and looks outstanding. When you jump into the story mission for the beta, immediately I was noticing that, God, on 1440p at highest quality options, the game runs really well. That's not just because I've got a great computer. Every single person that I talked to, both in chat and otherwise who have played it, commented on how well optimized it was for the game not being out for about 2 more months on PC. That's a really good sign, and I'm very happy that it seems like Bungie is taking the PC launch as seriously as they should, and more seriously than most of us thought they would. It's very easy to just cash into the PC market with a port, and they're like, nope, we're gonna do you guys justice. And it's paying off. It really is. The gunfights, the movement system feels like this game was supposed to be on PC. And I understand that exclusivity on PS4, etc., for the first part of Destiny 1 was all a good thing for the developers to earn money, etc., etc., but this is truly how I'm going to play the game from now on. And to that note, if you have a computer that can run modern games at decent graphic settings, I implore you to try out the beta. You have to try it out, because I can't imagine a decent computer getting under 100 FPS on medium quality. On the highest settings while streaming, I was getting about 70 FPS, which I can't do for a lot of the games that I play on. This game looks great, it feels great, and I cannot speak higher than that to how much I loved the beta. Now, let's talk about some pretty important things that in my mind I'm a little worried about. I am a little worried about the fact that there are certain weapons which, keep in mind, people disagree with me, I'm not a competitive player. There are certain weapons where they feel head and shoulders above the others. Destiny 1 had constant tweaks and changes to every single gun, every type of loadout. They were constantly changing the meta, and that's what you want from a game that's not just an FPS. You want that from a game that also has a little bit of that MMO, that RPG element into it. And I have no doubt that Destiny and Bungie are going to, why do I keep saying Destiny? That Bungie are going to continuously tweak the game. What I am worried about is the ability to tweak the game both independently on PS4 and PC. Hand cannons in Destiny 1 were great. Hand cannons in this game, in my opinion, are literally the only viable primary. Now, Professor Broman and Gothalion both disagreed with me and said they were using pulse rifles and ARs and felt they were really good. I don't know if it's only because I'm playing the casual game mode, which is Control, not playing Crucible, which is that new no respawn search and destroy type deal. Maybe they're more viable on those types of maps. But on this game, throughout the 4 hours or so I spent on the beta, almost no games had the majority of the users using a weapon other than the hand cannon. In fact, most people that I played with and watched on Twitch were using a primary hand cannon and then a secondary SMG or AR, or sometimes a pulse rifle, to finish off anybody once they ran out of ammo. Hand cannons on PC just feel so fucking good, but also a little bit worrisome. There are a couple times where if you're in medium range, you can get 3-shot kills if your aim is really good. That is absolutely not remotely possible with any weapon. 4-shot kills are a regularity. It just feels a lot easier for me to flick on to people with the hand cannon than it does tracing with the an AR. The hipfire spread is way smaller with the hand cannon, and the impact is so high that it just shreds, it just melts. So I found myself running hand cannon and then SMG, or hand cannon and then AR, and the only time I would ever switch was when I didn't have my ability to reload my gun instantly, and when there were multiple enemies rushing me. And even then, I basically felt like a fish out of water. Now, I'm hoping that that's not just my opinion, and it is, or I'm hoping that is just my opinion, and maybe I'm just really good with the hand cannon, and that makes me feel good, but I highly doubt it because I'm a bad player. Now, let's also talk about the fact that this game exacerbates a problem on PC that is on PS4 and consoles as well. You know this is a team game. They stress fire teams. Everything is about the community. It's about going and making groups of players finding groups of players to go do raids, and the Crucible is no different. You will get your ass fucked if you play this game solo on PC. I played this game solo on PC, and this is the only game where I did decently. While I was playing off stream, I should mention. The rest of the games were abysmal. Most of them were lost by the mercy rule. I'm talking people with 15 kills in a row without a problem. Team shooting in this game is incredibly important. If you played Halo 2, you're gonna realize that this game is like a mini Halo 2 almost, where if you're not juggling aggro, if you're not, allowing your teammate to get in some shots as well to help you out, you're just simply gonna lose most of the fights you get in unless you have a hilarious misplay by your opponent or an insane outplay, which is fine. That's not a bad thing, but it definitely is a thing to keep note of. I feel like PC is going to be heavily affected by this more than PS4, just because of the nature of PC players and the ability to have that disgustingly precise aim. Overall, this game scratches my itch. I cannot wait, and I can't wait for you guys to get your hands on it as well. Thanks for watching, and I will talk to you guys later.